July the 16th, 2024, 10:47 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. You know, I'm still watching some of these stories come in on this assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. You know, seemed like there was an officer or two officers actually seen this person as a suspicious person. You know, and they were running this guy through state police, and you know, I'm hearing this story here. Well, rule number one when it comes to security, time is of the essence. And that's a fact. Every second counts. Every minute counts. Okay? So what could be done? What could be done when we have these Secret Service people out there? We have local and state law enforcement, you know, they're augmenting, they're trying to help. They're increasing the footprint for the presence of security. Well, how about if we tried this? I've not heard this ever talked about. Yeah, the police out there have radios, don't they? The Secret Service, I guess they use radios. Well, the question is everybody on the same page? Can a local law enforcement person who's on that venue see something suspicious? Do they have a direct line of communication? I'm not talking about some bullshit where you're calling your police department or you're calling your police chief and you're relaying this bull, you know, you're relaying. I'm not talking about that. Now, I also want you to remember, you know, it was talked about on TV today, you know, that you got these Iranians may be up to no good. We also have these illegals in this country, and the FBI said some of them have terrorist connections. So what could we do exactly? I mean, this is not really hard, I don't think. Cell phones. Are there a lot of venues that were a person with Secret Service protection where there would be no cell phone service? I highly doubt it. So in those situations, what would happen if all you had is a Secret Service member and they hold their position and their only job is to have cell phones and be close to the person that has the Secret Service protection? You know, they're close. They're 5 steps, 10 steps or less away from the Secret Service detail that's protecting the person with the Secret Service protection. That's their only mission in life. We pay them to go to these venues, and all they do is they have a cell phone. And this cell phone is programmed, and the number would be changed. Or use a different phone with a different number. At the next Secret Service protected. Or you could have multiples going on in the same day, and you could do this. So what you do is you have your local and state law enforcement, along with your other Secret Service. They all know this phone number. They see something suspicious, they call it. That person's going to answer that phone. Oh yeah, cell phones have vibrate features. So they can, when the phone goes off, and that's all this phone would be used for. This phone number is not going to be, this is a official use only phone number. So anybody sees anything suspicious, the law enforcement would have the number. And they can make that phone call. And they can get the person that's under Secret Service protection into a safer place. Say if they're on a podium. Pending the outcome of the suspicious act or behavior. I mean, the event could have to be canceled. Or maybe not. But the situation would have to be resolved before this person with Secret Service protection could proceed. So you would take that phone. That phone's still a good phone. And you can program it with a different number for a different venue down the road. So all of your local and state law enforcement and your Secret Service would all know this number, okay? They would be given this number. When in doubt, you make that call. That's not hard. This is real simple. Do they do something like this now? Well, it don't seem like it. Listen to this one report, oh yeah, we were running, we seen him an hour before, he was suspicious and I took his picture. A police officer took his picture. But what if that phone call would have been made to Secret Service that hour before? So wait a minute, we've got somebody over here suspicious. Well, Secret Service might change. They may make the call. Hey, inform, let's say, in Donald Trump's case, inform him. It's his decision. He can say, well, let's hold off. Let's find out who this person is. What are they up to? Yeah, a basic cell phone call could have changed this whole outcome. All you had to do is have the logistics set into place. And it ain't like you're talking about a lot of phones. You're only talking about the phone of the Secret Service person that's sitting there close, who can alert the immediate Secret Service detail of the situation, and they can take action accordingly. And alert, for example, the person under the Secret Service protection. Like in Saturday's case, Donald Trump. So what this would mean is anybody that's out there in one of them venues could run to a uniformed police officer and say, look, I see this over here. Okay? The officer can make a quick assessment, do whatever they can. They can make a phone call. They may decide, based on what they're told, they're not even going to go do an assessment. They're going to pick the phone up and call. And then proceed with more assessment. And this person that's monitoring this cell phone, they could have a radio. If Secret Service are using radios, well, they could radio to Secret Service even. The Secret Service agents not in the immediate vicinity of the situation. Sound like to me what we had is we had a comm problem at this outing. Okay, at this rally there was a comm problem. You had police officers that had full knowledge of this, of a suspicious person. You see somebody walking around in one of these damn venues, let's just face it, folks. You see anybody walking around in one of these venues with a laser rangefinder, I don't care if they don't have a gun, they don't have a backpack. If they're walking around and you see a laser rangefinder, that's a suspicious person. Okay? That's a suspicious person. If you see them at a building at a distance from one of these venues with a laser rangefinder, and they're not a uniform, that's a suspicious person. See, there's things we can do, and I'm not sure, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the Secret Service and local law enforcement, state law enforcement are doing at these venues. But a cell phone, as simple as a cell phone is nowadays, you know, most police officers probably pack them. Secret Service probably packs them. Well, they should be issued a government phone, as far as that goes. Probably police officers should too, truth be told. Well, anyway, that's going to conclude the video. I hope everybody has a good evening.